We are playing some Tharsis. Apparently, this game is on sale for like $1 right now on Steam, and they massively changed it from when I was one of the best players in the world at this game, number 7, if I remember correctly. I have a ridiculously stiff drink, with which I'm going to drink. Tell me how it sounds, obviously. All of this stuff is not been checked in any way. How's my quarantine going? Pretty good. I've taken the rest of the days off work. I was off yesterday. I was off today. And I'm off tomorrow. What's this series called? This is Dice and Dangles. For our perfect amount of keeping with the naming convention. Apparently John Blah is my biggest fan. So name our mechanic after good old John Blah. And you know what, we got we'll let Eads be the captain because that makes perfect sense. So this is Tharsis, for those of you who haven't ever seen it before, which I'm willing to bet is everybody. As I was saying, when this game came out in 2016, Eric and I used to play a bunch of it, and I was the 7th best player in the world at it via score. Rumor has it they've made it a lot harder. I played the tutorial and the, I guess, first mission yesterday, because they make you play on easy for the first mission. And it was super easy. It was really, really easy. I think my all-time best score was 1849, and just up and playing yesterday. Do I hear that popping? Ooh, I don't know. If there's popping, I won't know how to fix it. Yo, Kev. Hey, wait, that's me. Yo, Dadbod. So, alright, this is Tharsis. It is essentially like a strategy. You could call it like a board game style game. We have our characters. And we have these... Man, here's pops. Oh, shit. Hold on, let me do the absolute limits of my fixing stuff intelligence. Unplug it, plug it back in again. Hopefully that fixed it. So yeah, we have these characters who are going to be going around this ship here and fixing these things, or not fixing these things, and maybe dying in the process. Each of these little module things has different little... Oh, still there. Shit. If I... I mean, it's a USB mic plugged directly into my PC, so basically there's nothing to be done, I don't think. So what am I saying? Let's just start and see if we can figure it out. We have a really bad start. These white squares here are the number of dice we roll. We're starting pretty low. We have, what is that? 4, 7, 8 total spread out. And we have, this is 4 dice minimum if we get all 6s. And this is 3 dice minimum. So we need to roll essentially perfectly. This mechanic, John Blah here, is going to have to kick some serious ass repairing this life support module. So we're going to send him in here. We're going to roll our dice, and we're going to hopefully hope for big numbers. That's not good. So we did not, in fact, get big numbers. We got really small numbers, one of which is a 2, and every time we roll a 2, we can't re-roll it. So this thing's locked as a 2. If we wanted, we could hold dice in our hold to not re-roll them, but we're probably not going to do that. We're going to roll and just hope for I guess 6-5 or 6-6. We got one big number, but that's about it. So not looking good so far. Let's start with a little bit of repair. And I guess get some dice. We're gonna have to send someone else in here, which is really bad. Let's get some dice, and let's actually just bring that down to 6. So we are currently on week 1. There are 10 weeks that we have to survive in order to make it to Mars, which is the goal of the game. And it's not looking good so far. Ideally, we can get an energy boost before the captain's turn, before Eads' turn. So I guess let's use Damon here. Our ship's not going to die. We're taking 3 damage at the end of the turn if we don't solve these things, and we have 4 hit points of the ship, so we're fine there. I think we might just... Yeah, we don't even have 3 dice here. This is going to be tricky. We're going to take a lot of damage this turn. And I don't think there's anything we can do about that, really. 9 is a nice total. It doesn't help us get the research going, which we were kind of hoping we could do. This is such a rough start that I think I'm honestly just going to just load up our research pool, and we're gonna hope we get a really good roll with our captain here. We also really need to not roll a 4 or a 5, because that would be devastating. Because each research project point is unique, so obviously we can't put 2 2s in. We need to put 1s and 3s in. All right, so we worked everything out. We got our research projects where they need to be. So we're gonna give this guy easy here 3 extra dice, and with our 5 dice, we're gonna hopefully roll all 6s. Like, let's roll all 6s here. And no, that's nice. That's pretty good. How much of this game is luck compared to skill? Obviously, there's some luck because, like, let's not bullshit ourselves here. This is a dice rolling game, but a lot of the luck can be counteracted with skill. Like, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but this play of research project into +3 dice, getting this thing repaired this turn, was about the sickest tech that is humanly possible. So instead of taking 3 damage, we take 1, and we have 1 thing heading into next round that is just a 6. We can roll a 6, and that thing could be gone.
I need to get it together.
So at the end of every week, there is an event. We have to choose one or the other. It's usually this side of the team versus this side of the team. Always something bad for one side. So +1 dice would be good, but it'll bring our hull down to 1, which is super bad. +1 health kind of helps a couple people. And our stress isn't too bad. If this seems interesting, Dadbod, it is on sale for like $1.50 right now on Steam. So now is the time. Until the end of March 30th, I believe. So you got time. If you don't got $1.50, you can save up. You got like 8 days. I don't like John Blah being at 2 hit points, and The stress we can kind of take care of next round. We're going to have to use our food here, which is not what we want to do. The more food we have when we get to Mars, this came out in 2016. The more food we get when we get to Mars, the more food we have, the bigger our score. And obviously, the only thing we can do here in this game is get a big score. But we do need +3 dice on Damon. We really need to get Herman here something too. This is perfect. Whenever you get an event in the room that everybody already is in, like that gives us big opportunity here for Eads to make a hero roll. We also get 1 assist at the start of every round, every week, that is. We get 1 of them. And an assist will counteract the dice effect for 1 roll. We're going to be making some decisions on getting more assists and stuff. Not having any research right now is very sad. And rolling a really low roll is also sad. So we'll just re-roll the 1, 2, and the 3. Can't re-roll this because it's locked in a stasis. This, however, is very good. So we could either finish this off, or we could give dice to our people and maybe stack some research. We're definitely not going food. We need to put way too much value in to get a food out of it. So if we +1 dice for everyone, Herman goes to 2, Damon goes to 5. We can use Herman to finish this off. Theoretically. That seems okay. That seems like an okay move. Not the best. We would have preferred to make a better roll with Eads. But nothing we can do about that. This 19 is going to be tricky. So up here, it tells us exactly how many events and how strong they are. So we know this week there's a mild event and an easy event. So this is the mild event, or the medium event. And this was the easy event. Next week there's going to be a hard one and 2 easy ones. Low, easy. Easy is not easy, but you know what I'm saying. Easy, medium, hard. So we're going to have to try and clear all this, which means Damon is going to have to do this room over here. The research lab? I don't know. I don't know what any of these rooms are called. So that means Herman, sadly. Alright, I'm thinking about some crazy stuff right here. So we could move Herman to this room here, because in this room, we'll just show you can use any dice to get a dice back, or to get 2 dice back. So if we do it with Herman, we need to roll a 6 and anything. We need to roll a 6, otherwise we don't finish this. There's also a chance that we wouldn't finish it with the 2 dice we have. But Herman rolling in this room is essentially we're going to get a 2 and we're going to get a research project, which I guess isn't as terrible as it could be. Him not having any dice, though, is very bad for next week when we have 3 things coming down. We actually didn't even have to do this one, this minus food. We could have just left it. So you know what, if we leave it, we're gonna have 4 things on the ship next turn. I really want to make this roll. What is that? That's a 1 in 6, and we have 2. Do we have 2 shots at a 1 in 6? I don't know how math works, but that sounds like about a 1 in 3 ish. That we're gonna just blow this turn out of the water. Or we could play safe. We could leave Herman at 1 dice. We could cycle through here and hopefully get something with dice on it. So, you know what, let's play safe. And we're gonna have to figure out another way to get Herman dice. On the plus side, John Blah is gonna end up with all his dice after this one. Roll me a 6. Nope. 6 would have been ideal, but we did not get there. So I guess we'll take 1 hit point with Damon to move through this room that has a problem thing on it. Because we still might decide something different here. So this one, if we roll 3s, we just take a hit point of damage. Injury is very, very bad for us, just all the time. There is one worse. Void is way worse than that. We did make a really nice roll, though. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold everything, and we're going to re-roll this one, and hopefully get something good again. Well, we're going to take a damage. We're going to try again. Yeah. We did not get to increase our assist count, which, I mean, isn't devastating. It would have been nice. We're just not as ahead of the curve. Yeah, we're not really making... We're dealing with the problems, but we're not progressing, really. Ideally, we can get a perfect roll here and get something good in the research projects. So on the plus side, we do have +2 assist next turn if we need it with our research. I actually should check to see if the camera is blocking anything.
I'm proud of how the crew has come together.
We did originally have a crew of 6, but 2 of them died at the end of the tutorial, which is right when the game starts. So we could take 2 hit points and get extra dice, which is good. John Blah would be stressed completely, which we would have to deal with for sure. But we would get a food, which would give Herman his 4 dice, which is what we needed. Is the popping still going on, or did it fix itself? Or are we just dealing with it? I assume we're probably just dealing with it. I think we're just going to take the food, and then we're going to feed Herman. Okay, this is good. This is good. The location... Alright, so -2 health all is not acceptable at all. Still popping. Let me try and like unplug it all together. Hopefully I don't have to like do a bunch of settings and stuff to get the mic to pick up again after this. One sec. I unplugged it and plugged it back in. So let's turn it down a little. Alright, so ideally John Blah will fix this situation here, because this situation here is in a room that reduces the stress of this crew member. So we would really like to get that right now. But we don't know if we are going to do that, because this -2 health all is a very, very big deal. It also has injury on it. So we could theoretically just roll bad with all our dice on this node, and someone could die. We could do it on this node, someone could die, which is very, very bad. Still popping. I just touched my face. Can't do that. Can't do that. So I guess we'll deal with this first. We'll use... We don't want to use Herman because he's the doctor. We might have to let this one for sure stay here this round. Unless we go make like a big roll with Damon here. Like if we get a big roll with Damon and we just finish this with our 4 dice. I think we're going to Damon, you know what? Herman has full hit points. What are you the specialist of? You're the specialist. What are you the specialist of? We don't want Herman to be doing this. We want Damon to be doing this. You're the mission specialist. There's always one. You gotta have a specialist on your mission. I would assume it would be specialist of getting to Mars, like just in general. Like you're Matt Damon essentially. On this mission, going to Mars, we brought Matt Damon, who is also Matt Damon. All right, let's hopefully not have... Okay, Damon definitely won't die because we have 1 assist and we have 4 hit points, so one of them will be definitely saved. Big rolls. Big rolls. We almost got there. So we're going to hold this, and we're going to go for a 5 or a 6. And the reason we took Damon is because he gets an extra reroll as being the specialist. So let's try and hit it. And we hit it. That is perfect. So we did the super hard one in 1. Which means we might be able to get some food this turn, which would be very nice. We need John Blah to get some stress down here. He could die. I should have actually used I should have used the +2 assists there, because there was a serious chance of him dying, but we got a really good roll. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish this off now, which means we can re-roll this one and we don't have to worry about the dice hurting us anymore. Ooh, that is nice. That is nice. So we're definitely putting a research 4 here. We're definitely reducing our stress by 30%. Now the question is, do we put the 6 in research or do we repair the hull? And I think without anything we really care about in the research pool right here, like we might even consider re-rolling, but I think we're gonna repair the ship for now. So we have essentially a free move here, which is going to be Eads trying to get us some food. And potentially also getting a 5 to fill up Herman's dice pool. So we got our 5 and our 6. I touched my face again. All right, so... Big money. Fuck. We did not get any food, which is sad. But we did. You know what? Let's... +1 health to all crew doesn't do anything for us right here. I do want to use... I don't want to let this dice sit here. So... I think we're going to just... Ooh, that's nice. But we don't want to waste our 6 on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these 2 2s. And then I'm going to save the 4 in the research project. So we did lose 3 of our research dice, but it was a 1, 2, and a 3, right? So this type of play here is the type of skill play that makes it so that the luck isn't as hard to deal with. It's only 2 things coming. What good does food do us right now? Our dice are going to sit at 4, 4, 4, 2 after this, or 4, 4, 4, 3, which is 15 dice to deal with probably a couple 19s at most. So we're already ahead of it going into next week. So I guess let's just try to finish this thing off here. with some big dice rolls. I don't want to waste these assists here, so let's get rid of that. And that 4 actually doesn't do anything for us. So what we're going to do here is the same move. We're going to minus 10% stress for the crew, and then we're going to just get that 4 back in there. And there's another week with all our problems solved.
Stores, and it looks grim. We lost more than half our supplies with the module. If we don't find some creative solutions, we'll starve before we ever reach Mars.
I know I haven't been getting food, but it's fine. It's fine. Look at this. Ooh, minus 30% stress for 2 people. Oh, it's hard to not take that. It's really hard not to take that. Our hull is so healthy, though, and we get a food. If we didn't have the minus 30% technology that we're working on right now, minus 30% stress to everybody, I would definitely take this. But because we're working on it literally as we speak, I think I'm going to take the hull damage and get some food. So halfway through, you can start cannibalizing people because one of your crew members died before the mission started. The other one got sucked out into space, so that's why there's only 1 corpse here. We can feed them pieces of human flesh and get not as much dice back. But it does have big time negative effects on your score. So I almost never do this. The only character that I've never unlocked in this game, even on my PlayStation version of it, is the character where you have to eat 150 food worth of cannibal meat. Because it's just, I just don't see the point. I don't want to hurt my score, so I never do it. So we thought we were going to get a couple 19s. Instead, we got an 11 and a 15. So that is, I guess, best case scenario. We also have serious potential of just getting a couple food this turn as well. We could feed a food to Damon after the fact. So Eads is going to come down here into the operations module for a bit. And we're going to hope for Yahtzee? Let's hope for Yahtzee. I guess not 5s, though, because we need 6s. That is a terrible start. That is an absolutely terrible start. I think we keep the 4, and then we roll everything else. Because that's an 11, which means we need 2 dice. Yeah, I think we have to keep the 4. So, we can repair the module, but that's not really what we came here for. We came here to get Eads' stress down. And we also came here for the +1 dice to the crew in the module. So essentially, we can do one of the 3 things that we wanted to do when we came into this node. The safe play is obviously to fix the room. Which I think we're going to end up doing. Even though I really would have just preferred to get more dice. Next week is a hard easy. So I guess we're looking at the same kind of a situation here. Let's get John Blah to try and... Ooh, actually, John Blah is a little weak. Which does make sense. If we roll like 665 or some combination of that, we can health recovery and heal him up if he takes some damage. So maybe that is going to be what we do. Yeah, we got both of our assists there. So theoretically we could die right now if we re-roll and get everything in 1s and 3s. Which seems like it's a really, really low chance of happening. And I would really, really like to have a 2 dice fix here rather than a 3 dice fix. So we're going to take the chance. We did take damage, and we, in fact, made everything worse, I think. I think we made everything worse. Did we clear everything? Is this the last thing to clear? I wish there was a way to look back at the ship when you're in the middle of it. I really want to heal him. I hadn't actually... yeah, okay, that was the last of it. I hadn't actually wanted to click there, for sure, but we were a little close. Okay, so this is actually... this could be a really good turn for us. If we get... nothing but 4s. We need low. 2 and 3, that's good. So we'll hit the 2 and the 3, and then we will minus 30% stress everybody. And we have Herman left to try and hopefully get us some food before next week. We need doubles, preferably 3 of a kind. I'll hang on to this because I want to put it in the research. But it all depends. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. So we will get a food and get 2 research. All right, another week.
A transmission arrived.
Another perfect.
Not from Earth, but from Mars. From Tharsis.
Oh shit.
Impossible signal from an impossible source. Is this what we're searching for? Who's transmitting this signal? Was there another mission to Mars? One sent before ours?
No, there couldn't have been.
Or is the message coming from someone else?
Who could it be coming from? What's Tharsis? I believe Tharsis is an ocean on Mars or a mountain. It's a landmark of something on Mars. It's where our ship is going to land on Tharsis. I'm pretty sure it's an ocean. So what do we do? We could get 2 assists. And we can get a little bit more stress, which isn't bad right now. We could get Eads into stress relief. And we could eat a food for Damon. Or we could get +2 hull and then eat 2 food. And I guess Herman will be the one who doesn't eat food. We'll give it to John and Damon. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna have to do. I want to start stockpiling food, but it is just not working out for us. This is nice. Both places where we are starting. So next week is hard medium. So we need to have our dice completely maximized for next turn. Tharsis is a vast volcano plateau centered near the equator in the western hemisphere of Mars. There you go. It is not an ocean, it is a volcano. Alright, now knowing that it is a volcano, I question the logic of Specialist Damon telling us that we should be landing on Tharsis. Oh, volcanic plateau. Sorry. I mean, if it's volcanic, could erupt. Could come for you. This is rough right here. 18, 3, 4, 5 injury. So we are seriously looking like someone is going to die this turn. Which is not good. So I think what we're going to have to do is Damon is going to have to fix this here. Hopefully filling up our research in the progress. Man, I don't want to use our assists right now. Just means it was formed by volcanic activities. Probably safe. Okay. All right. All right. We're okay with that. I'll believe you. Oh, Jesus. Using our assist in this room is not going to be good. We need to use it down here for this 18. So I'm going to take John Blah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to take the damage. And we're going to move here. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 hit points. We're rolling 5 dice. We have 1 assist, so we guaranteed can't die. We would love to finish this in 1. We would love to finish this in 1. Give me 3 6s. We got there. That's about as good as that could have been. We did take 2. I mean, it could have been better. It could always be better. We're still not getting food this turn, which means we're going to have to... actually, we could get food this turn. Hold on. Azrael, what's going on? Specialist Damon is being the specialist. I was thinking of de-stressing Eads, but I actually think I'm gonna come and try and get food, because if we get a perfect roll here, we could +1 dice on Herman and get a food, which is probably not going to happen, but it could. So we'll hit. Who's math smart? Does it make more sense to hold 1 and then reroll 1 dice for the 1 in 6 to get doubles, or is it the same thing? Is there always, it's always a 1 in 6 to get doubles, right? So if we're rolling 2 dice, holding 1 and re-rolling the other one is the exact same thing as rolling both of them, right? Or is it different because you've already rolled once? I don't know. We are going to take the dice there. We're going to hold the 3 and we're going to re-roll. I got a feeling. I got a good feeling about this. We didn't get there. So okay, let's start thinking about what we're gonna do with our research. Let's shuffle them away. So we got our disaster reduce, which is going to be huge for us coming into this next round. So I'm not gonna re-roll again or anything like that. Because that 28 repair to 1 module is easily the thing that's going to get us through this next week. So Damon is going to finish this thing off and potentially take some damage in the process, but I mean, barring an absolute shit show of 6s here, he should be okay. They tried to get us. So we are going to full heal and get another thing in our research pool. Wouldn't it be harder to roll too? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, totally would be harder to roll too, because it'd be a 1 in 36 to get any set of doubles. But you have 6 1 in 36s to get doubles, so that makes it 1 in 6, which is the same as rolling a dice and having a... It's fucked, man. I'm pretty sure it's the exact same probability for it to happen. Either way. So we could either go for food here, or... Oh, there's almost no chance that we're getting food. Oh, we already have a 5 in here. If we didn't already have a 5 in here, I might be leaning more towards, instead of doing greenhouse, doing this one here, the life support, just for the +2 dice. But if we can get a 5... ideally, we would get 5, 5, 2, or 5, 6, 2, or something like that. Tomo, what's going on? So let's just hope for ideally. None of those help us. So let's just go again. 5, 5, 2! Oh, 5, 2, 2. Almost perfect. So we don't get to heal Eads for 1. But we do have absolutely impeccable setup going into the next round.
Nobody has them but us. So who are they? And where did they get them?
+1 food, -1 health for us is seeming like it's going to be the thing to do. Because our health is pretty good. And getting an extra food for just a health is really a no-brainer. See, if we were worried right now, this is a situation where we might consider cannibalizing for Eads. But because we have 6 research and the 28 fix, we are totally fine. So check this out. We can just walk into this orbital or object breach here and just boom, finish it. Done. 28 healed. Kev, the mic is set to the same frequency as OBS. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm gonna mute this while I try and figure out what you just said to me. How do I find sounds? Search. It's because the game is over top of everything. Over top of everything. Oh shit. Oh, you know what? That might be what's going on. Oh. How do I get this game to go away? Alt enter, minimize. Yeah, there we go. Windowed mode. All right, let's see if we can find this sounds thing we're looking for. Windows D key. Oh god, no, that made everything go away. We don't want everything to go away. All right, sounds is like over here, right? Recording devices. Advanced. Type sounds. I think we're in the sounds thing. What else? Recording devices. You need to go to the control panel. Oh god. Sounds. Oh, this is the same thing we were in. God damn it. Control panel. Sound. No. Hardware and sound. Sound. Oh god. Where's recording? Properties? Hey, we made it to halfway there. Advanced. If it's this, change it to this. Apply. All right, I'm gonna assume that all worked. All right, so where were we? Let's get back to full screen. And how do we want to do this? This 32 here is actually still popping. Damn. This 32, it's only 1 damage, but that could be there for quite some time. But let's get Damon over here to kill this out. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure you could do that and go do something else instead. But I guess we can refill our research projects. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that sounds fine. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need John Blah to fix the H2O filter failure. Yeah, music in Tharsis is pretty great. We do have a repair arm, which will help us out if things get real shady. But this error check and the stimulants are both... I almost never use these. I won't say I never use these, but the amount of situations where I use void prevent stasis is almost non-existent. So how did we do? We got there, but this 2 is going to be wasted. So because the 2 is going to be wasted, I think we're going to do a reroll. Repair arm is the only thing here that is somewhat useful. So we got +1 food, which is good. We also got the MCC override, which is another 17 repair. And we got +1 dice for everyone. So we got a couple real good hits there. Now let's just see if we can get this 32, which I think we should be able to. Like, I think there's almost no chance that we're not going to hit it. Stasis on 2 could be bad for us. We could roll really low and get absolutely wrecked by 2 stasis, but we could also just not roll a single 2. I kind of want to put the 1 in research, but that's a little bit too spicy at this moment. I think Eads has 4 dice, or does he have 3 dice? If he has 3 dice, we want to put everything into repair. If he has 4 dice, then we want to put the 6 into the research project. But I don't remember what he has. Let's get this stuff in here first. It's a 15. So if we're wrong and he has 3 dice, he needs 5, 5, 5 to get it. Yeah, no matter what, we have to put it in there. Okay, we were correct in our analysis. Flying to Mars is hard. Yeah, seems... so we got perfect, but... I mean, the reroll here doesn't make any sense. No matter what, we have to put everything in because of that stasis. I think we +1 dice to the entire crew rather than save the MCC override for the 17 repair next round. Because I think +1 dice for everyone in this situation is going to be good for us.
This video, the more it scares the shit out of me. Who are they? What's going on here? What have we gotten ourselves into?
So +1 food or +1 dice to all crew. +1 dice to all crew is actually a huge boss play right here, because we have everyone at almost completely full dice. And this is supposed to be the hard one, and we already have half of the team in that room ready to fight. So I think Damon Hamma, what's going on? I think Damon finishing this off first is probably the right play. What else could we do if we don't do that? We could use John Blah to go to the air assembly clog, lowering his dice total, and then Herman could yeah, that's just using 3 in here. We're not getting food or anything in that situation. We need Damon has to do this one. I guess the question is, do I do this one first or do I do this one first? Because we only have 1 assist. We actually might even consider filling up our assists rather than getting food. Yeah, you know what? Let's see how this goes. I mean, if we roll around it and don't need to use our assist here. Yeah, we did not roll around it. As a matter of fact, we rolled right into it. I kind of want to re-roll this and hopefully get more use out of these 5 dice. All right, so we took 2, which isn't horrible. If we roll a 2, that's going to be very depressing. Don't roll a 2. Thank you. Kevin, what is this game? This is called Tharsis. We are a crew who are flying a spaceship to Mars, the volcanic plateau Tharsis to be exact. And crazy shit happens along the way, and we have to roll dice in order to stop the crazy shit from happening. Essentially, it's like it's basically a board game. It is basically a board game, but in video game format. So we have 2 choices here. We could try to get some food to jack our score, which is always a beautiful thing. Or we could use John Blah. No, we can use John Blah to try and fill up our assist pool in hopes of blowing that other map out of the water. We could also potentially MCC override it and just really get ready for next round. Hold on, let's think about that. Let's think about MCC overriding this. So that would drop it to a 6, which means we get it with 1 dice, which means we can potentially get 2 food here and refill our entire research pool. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna plan on MCC overriding this with Herman, and we're just gonna take what it gives us. Ideally, we'll roll a 1 and 4 6s. That would be absolutely perfect. 1 and 4 6s. I feel like we almost got there. So we'll throw this 5 in. We'll MCC override. We'll get that 6 in. 2, 3. Do we need to heal? I don't think we need to heal. I think we'll get that in research. All right, so we have 2 people with which to get food with this turn. So this is going to be awesome. We also have a choice harvest, which we can also use to get food this turn because we have 9 dice to get hopefully a triplicate and then a long Yahtzee, short Yahtzee, or short straight, long straight, a long straight. If we get a long straight and a 3 of a kind, this is going to be the most amazing turn in the history of this game. So this is almost a long straight. So let's go 1 plus 1 food. 2, 3, 6, and let's go for 5s. And let's have Eads come in and pull the hero. Be the hero, Eads. 5, 5, 4, 1. We got 1 5. We're not sure what we're gonna do with it yet, so we'll hold on to that. We'll hopefully get another 5. Okay, so we got almost everything that we wanted. So we'll get 1 food. We'll refill our research, and we'll give +1 dice to these 2. So I don't know what they were saying about this game getting harder. I just did the finger air quotes on that, but you couldn't see it because the camera is too close. Hold on.
Are we seeing ourselves?
Harder?
Oh, that's insane.
But we are absolutely poised to have this game done. So we could trade 1 health for capping everyone's dice? Does that seem smart? We need to start healing everybody at that point. Yeah, because these 2 are a little low. But you know what? Is what smart, Hima? Taking 1 hit point on everybody? I don't know. I don't know if it's smart to have 3 people at 2 hit points. You're right. That might be crazy. I think it's only 2 events this turn, though, and I want to say yellow, yellow. I think it's yellow, yellow. We do have the 7 repair. We have a full research pool. I don't know why I'm worried. Okay, it is a triple, and we're following it up with another triple next round. Okay, so we can get hurt in this one, and we can get hurt in this one. I would ideally like to heal somebody this turn, which means Damon needs to... did that thing just say cannibalism? Yeah, you can eat the... At the beginning of the game, somebody dies, and halfway through the game, it gives you the option to eat their body for a little bit of dice back. But it really hurts your score. It like super hurts your score. So I don't like doing it because, I mean, sure, there's situations where you'll need to do it, but not many. Not many. This -1 dice all we really need to get rid of, because if that goes off in between rounds, that's just a lot of dice to be losing. I'm worried about our hit points and the fact that nothing spawned in the medbay. If something would have spawned in the medbay, that would have been really good for us because we could have moved someone there, healed them to full, and got rid of a problem. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So most likely what's going to happen here is we're going to heal 1 person, most likely John Blah. Everyone else is going to deal with all these problems. And we're going to get out of this fine. We're going to get out of this just fine. So injury stasis is kind of not acceptable. But let's just hope we roll high. We rolled pretty high. We took a little damage as well. So this is actually totally fine. This is totally fine. Let's finish that and let's get ourselves another dice. It would have been better to have at least ended at full hit points, but so I guess next is Damon in here. Void is going to be very, very bad for us, but we do have special tool backup if we need it. Ideally, we'll always just avoid it, which we did, in fact. And we did a 3 dice solve, which is perfect. All right, what do we think? Are we going to get another 5 or are we going to get another 1? We got 2 shots at it. 5 or 1? Let me hear it. Somebody give me advice. Which one are we doing? 5 or 1? Him or you believe. But what do you believe in? The 5s or the 1s? We can only pick one. It's the 1. All right. We're holding the 1. Oh, him a believed. All right, so we want the captain to fix this. So double stasis here is super bad. But even in worst case scenario, we should finish this event. All right, so we did not hit worst case scenario. Let's actually hold these and re-roll these two, because if we get big numbers, we can do a lot of things this turn. We did not get big numbers. So what we are going to do, in fact, is 6, 4. We're going to increase our assist count. We're going to get +1 dice, and we're going to refill the research pool. And we have one person left to do whatever we want, which is going to be heal. Should it be heal or should it be food? Actually, it should be food because we have a +3 health right here. So we can +3 health just right now. And then roll for food. And potentially refilling. So we got basically nothing. So we're going to keep the 1 and the 2 and the 5, I think. Because at worst case scenario, we'll get our hull repaired. Alright, so we did manage to get a food. We did manage to repair the hull. And that is about it. So that's not bad. That's not bad. We're looking really good heading into the last week.
None of
Second
this
last
makes
week?
any sense. It keeps changing. Is this real? Is this something that's happening now or something that's going to happen? Can we stop it? And if so, how?
All right. +2 health would look good. But I think just straight -30 stress for these two. Yeah, straight -30 stress is going to be what we're doing. So we have no reason to eat food or eat cannibal people. Ooh, okay. So getting into the last week, if everyone notices, there's only one event in the last week. And in order to win the game, you need to have at least one person in the cockpit here, the escape pod, when the game is over. So basically, if you're going for high score in this game and the last event doesn't spawn in the escape pod, you just have to unplug, because it's like you guaranteed, if you're going for high score and your last thing doesn't spawn here, there's no way you can get high score. 0% chance, because you have to leave someone behind to deal with the problem. So going for high score in this game takes a lot of attempts where everything has to go right for the entire time. But in the meantime, let's think about how we get past this round. We need someone to come into the med bay who wants to get healed, which is probably going to be Damon. But he needs to roll real high to get there. Because we kind of want to keep our special tools for this 22 over here. Because 2, 3, 4 injury is not good. Not good. And we need to clear this out because we don't want to take damage moving in there, because hit points equals points. We do have 3 assists, which leans me towards making this move first, especially since we can hit our 3 assists. Yeah, I don't know. What? I need to go into a room to see what our research is. Okay, so it's 2 and then 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this is I don't like how this is lined up. All right, we're gonna have to go like this. We're gonna have to have Damon go first. Even though we're gonna eat these assists, I'm probably gonna be using override here for +2 assists later on. So we have a backup if we lose our assists, but as always, let's just hope we roll around it. We got about a little bit there. I do want to keep this 4 because 9 with 2 dice to go seems good enough. I mean, we could roll just terribly. Alright, so we got there. We used all of our assists, which is not what we wanted to have happen. So let's finish that. We did not get our heal, which is also sad. Let's get our assists and we'll save that dice. So I don't think we have any chance at high score. Not even personal best. When we see the score at the end, you'll see how broken it is. I'm pretty sure... I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure the person who's number 1 is a hacker. You'll see when when we get to that screen, but pretty sure they're a hacker. So the question is, how do we do this from here? I think we need Herman with the most hit points to be dealing with this problem here, the 2, 3, 4 injury. So we have 2 assists to block these injuries when we roll them, if we roll them. But we got 5 dice. We do have our special tools here for backup if we need it. I really want to save it for the 12 at the bottom. Ooh, actually, hold on. The 12 is at a stress location. Do we have anyone who needs... Damon is the one who needed stress reduction. So that did not work out. But John Blah more than Herman. Herman would probably like at least a little stress reduction here. So maybe... I mean, we should be fine with 9 dice to get 22. So I think John Blah is going to be our actual choice to go into this location. So let's just get lucky. So hold on, we got 11 and 7 is 18. We do need to re-roll this. So we got a 5, which is what we wanted. So we could fix the hull. We could increase our assists up to 3 again, and we could put 6 towards the total and let Eads finish it off. Totally fixed ship is good points. And apparently we did something in the meantime. I don't know what that is. We unlocked Skull something or other. We will increase our assist count. We'll get that there. And I think we'll use that 3 down here. So we have 16 for Eads to finish off, which should be easy. There should be almost no chance. I mean, we do die if we roll nothing but 2 3s and 4s. We do die if we roll nothing but 2s, 3s, and 4s. Damn. Damn. Now that I say it like that, we have 5 dice. That seems like unbelievably low probability, right? It seems like it's super low chance of us rolling nothing but 2s, 3s, and 4s on 5 dice there. See, we already got there. So we're going to use the special tools here. We can get a choice harvest for extra food. How did the people in the beginning die? They die from story. The tutorial is played with the two people who die, and it shows you how the game works, kind of thing. So yeah, they die from story. Let's just finish this off, and hopefully we can get a 5 here or 6. We didn't. Not the end of the world. We will take a die for that 3. Ooh, we got an MCC override. We cycled through the whole deck. So now we have Herman finishing off this last location. And it is impossible for Herman to die because we have 1 assist. And we got double 6s, which is 100% perfect. So the question is, do we take the 2 and 4 and just reroll the 3 for an attempt at our reduced stress? Or do we just go and hopefully get 2 things for health and stress, and then maybe get 1 thing in a research project? I think because of how far ahead we are right now, we can risk just doing a straight roll. So we got completely hosed, 100%. But you know, it happens. Actually, you know what? We will fill up our food and get the rest of the research going. So we are on the last week.
Almost made it. After all we've been through, there's no turning back. It's a suicide mission. But then again, maybe it always was.
+2 health for us seems good. -1 dice to all crew seems bad. +2 hull is nothing. You know what? I think I will. There's only 1 event. We have. I don't want to use the food. I want to keep it, but I don't remember what's more points. If it's points for having dice in play or food in reserve. Let's just see. Dice in play. Oh, we were so close. It spawned on the left side, and I'm like, come on. But alas. So the question is, who do we leave behind? Because it has to be someone. It can't be the captain. Actually, maybe it should be the captain, because isn't the rule that the captain goes down with the ship, and if one of them is going down, it should be the captain? Let's leave the captain behind. So I mean, worst case scenario, we have to use the MCC override. Best case scenario, we get 2 food and use the MCC override. Is absolute best case scenario. So let's hope for absolute best case. We got double 6s. All right, so let's put these in here for now. And let's finish it and then hopefully roll a 6. Let's just go for a 6. We didn't get a 6. We do get to add to the research pool, though. Had to be me. Somebody else would have got it wrong. Absolutely. So we're going to move in with the doctor last, because the doctor has an ability that we haven't used yet that heals everyone in the room with the doctor. So Herman's going to get some heals for us for the points. But until then, all we are going to do is up our research projects. Geez, we got everything we needed, but we don't need any of it. What we should have done is re-rolled with that 6 rather than with the 5, because none of these help us in any way. Minus 10% stress to all crew is pretty good. So I guess we'll do that and then get the minus stress, and then here, and then give John Blob +1 health, and then put both of these in here. The prevent injury research project costs 6. That is a lot. An absolute lot. So now we're just padding our score. Let's re-roll, see if we can get anything good. We got a couple 5s. Let's just re-roll. We did get health kits, which we'll probably use. So let's do 1 for health kits, and then 5, 6. And Herman coming in for the last little bit. So 2, 3. Oh, there's only 1 hit point with which to fix. I guess we'll do it anyway. And then minus 30% stress. So we didn't end up with any assists at the end. We were missing a food. We lost one of our people.
Times I doubted it would even be here if we did. But there it is at last. Mars. It's time to learn the truth.
Alright, I've seen this before, so I'm gonna go finish that bowl that I was so rudely interrupted with Eads just being blah blah blah, switch.
The moment we made contact with the anomaly, all the pain and horror of our journey washed over us. A journey we made countless times. A journey we've never made before. A journey we'd make forever.
Alright, so when I beat it yesterday, it wouldn't let me skip the credits, and I don't think it let you skip the credits on the PlayStation version either. So let's see if we can skip the credits. Oh, spacebar skips credit. Oh, so we got 1,811 points, which was pretty good. If we would have got that last crew member landed on Mars, we would have got really close to. Actually, I think we would have beat my all-time high score. So yeah, this is the stuff that we don't want to do. So human meals is every time you eat a human meal, you lose points at the end. So screw that noise. So we got 0 reduction for that, 0 reduction for events, and 0% stress. Am I still in the top 50 on the boards? I'm not sure. I haven't checked the Steam boards are different than the other ones. The last time I did check was a couple months ago, and I was like 24, so I probably am still in the top 50. So I don't know what these things are. I unlocked some of these last time as well, some bone skull stuff. I don't know what that means. So let's check out global. So see, this is what I mean, how I think the first place is a hacker. 95,000 points seems unrealistic. These ones here all seem good based on the amount of points that you should be able to get based on where they give points for. I don't know how you get 2,700 points or 3,500 points or 5,800 points. I I flat out don't think it's possible. So basically number 5 is a legitimate score. These things, I have no idea how they got those points. Because I mean, you could see what you got points for at the end. So unless there's a different way to get points that I don't know about, but I have no idea how they got points that high. So we have managed to unlock the pilot, who was on my team when I got my number 7 high score. I had originally shit-talked pilot a whole bunch because of, like, ignore movement damage. Really? Whoever takes movement damage? Our entire... Yeah, exactly. Just 90k points above number 2 seems legit. We didn't take any movement damage on that entire last round. Like, the entire game. Maybe we took 1. Or no, I know we were thinking about taking 1 at one point, but I think we might have talked ourselves out of it. So the entire time that I was like choosing my team, I was like, there's no way. Pilot is terrible. It's never going to be useful. And then when I took pilot on a mission, I like changed the way I think about the order of doing things and the reason why we do things. And like it just clicked in a way that was probably just perfect for that game. Like I don't think it's something that is that big of a deal, but we'll take it again and we'll see what happens. So we'll take the doctor. We'll take the specialist again. We'll just drop the mechanic. Mechanic healing the hull. I mean, you need to heal the hull if you're going to take damage, right? And we don't tend to take damage, so we probably don't have to heal the hull. We're going to do a couple normals to get don't touch your face. Don't touch your face. We're going to do a couple normals to get back into it. And then maybe we'll bump it up to hard. We'll maybe finish off the stream tonight with a hard run. I ideally want to unlock these other classes. So Commander, we're going to get in 6 more games just based on how close we are. I've played 2 games. We got a ton of research on this last run. The first game I played, why need heals, just don't get hit. A lot of the things, like a lot of the events, cost you hit points, Tomo. So there's situations where both sides will be hit point loss, but I haven't seen many situations where both sides are hull point loss, if that makes sense. So healing the hull is also a lot easier on map. We never had to do it this last run. I think we did it once, maybe. I don't remember if we actually hit it or if we just used research. But it's really easy to heal the ship in map as well. You can get up to 3 hit points just based on map, based on the board. So sorry, I was saying the first game I played, I got 50 research. So this last game we got 63 research, which is a good percentage higher. So let's just go with this crew.
We have prepared for any disaster, for every disaster. Not all of them at once. We can't turn back, but how can we go on?
So J. Cross was ejected into space, and Mipaya Musgrave suffered a fatal injury because micrometeorites have destroyed the pantry and crickled the Iktomi, which is our ship, the Iktomi. So our new goal is to survive and get to Mars. So we have a very, very bad start. We do have more dice this time. If you remember, last time we only started with 8 dice and we made it work. This time we have 10 dice, but the spread is very, very bad. Our Captain Hima has 5 of our 10 dice. So I don't know how to deal with that. What is Captain Hima going to do with her 5 dice? Probably try to clear out the meteorite strike. Dadbod following up with only 1 dice behind if something goes wrong is terrible. Our starting research is also very terrible. Choice Harvest, if we can get it before the end of this round, will be a very, very good thing, because going into next round, we're going to be 1-1-1-4 if everything goes poorly. So 4-4-4-1 is a whole lot better. And in perfect situations, 5-4-4-2 would be our dice. I think yeah, like I think we're gonna have to leave this 15 and we're gonna have to get hit by it. And we're gonna have to get hit by this 15 just because of our starting dice pool. It's just like, what's Dadbod gonna do if he goes to this? He's just gonna roll a 6, put it in, and then pass. Like, we need to send literally best case scenario, Tomo and Damon can finish this between the two of them. Absolute best case. Worst case scenario, which is pretty likely, is Tomo, Damon, and Dadbod go in here and every single one of them fails. So we could have a situation where we have 3 people in this node and it not get beat. Are we really playing from that far behind if we do that, is the question. We have to clear 3 next week, because week 3 definitely spawns 3, and if we have 4 on the board, that's probably a lot of trouble. We could also clear this a bit. Fuck. Yeah, I think we have to leave this. I think we have to leave this 15. Like, best case at this point is Damon is going to go in here, roll 2 6s, and finish it up next round. We're going to move Tomo into the life support module, and we're gonna hope for some either big numbers or some duplicates. I'm okay with just rolling both of those again. So we did get our duplicate, which means we can either dump this or we could go up to 5 dice but not get any closer. Yeah, I think we just go up to 5 dice. I think we just go 5 dice. And now we need Hima to come in with her 5 dice and just wreck face. Come on, Hima, show me 5 5s. Oh, 4 stasis is Hima. You couldn't have screwed it up anymore. This is super bad. This is super bad. We might have just died. That right there might have just cost us the entire run. I mean, yes, this play here to get Tomo up to 5 dice was probably questionable at best. So those 8 would have put this down to 15, so we would have been able to finish it had we not done this crazy +4 dice play. I mean, technically, next round, we have 4 people, we have 4 events, and we're at 1 hit point. That's not too bad. That is not too bad. not too bad at all. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to give Dadbot an extra dice. Then we're going to put the 2 and the 3 into here, and then we're going to lower this a bit. And then, who's left? Dadbot's left. To do whatever you want to do, Dadbot. I guess your turn doesn't even really matter. That's not too bad, actually. We need to get this food. Our whole strategy revolves around getting that food, because Damon only has 2 dice. Yeah, and he doesn't even get good dice. Let's just reroll that 4, hope for a 6 or something. Yeah, I got another 4. So that's not too bad. We'll pick up the food, and we'll get what we can into there. And so we're gonna go to 1. And not having the engineer means we're probably gonna be at 1 for a while.
Turning sour, the crew's and my own. But if I can't lead them, we're all dead. I need to get it together.
Pep talk yourself, Hema. You've got this. So I think 2 assists. You can't go below 0 dice. So +1 health to all crew for Hema sacrificing 1 dice is absolutely the right play. And we're going to be using both of our food, and ideally we can clear this completely. And it looks like we should be able to. 15 is the highest problem we have to deal with. And it's not even that difficult. So Him is going to go first, and she's going to use her captain ability to hopefully give everybody in this room 5 dice. Apparently every single person is in this room right now. So that is something right there. Let's just hope for a big roll. That is big enough. So we will finish you. We will give everybody dice, and we'll bank this 6 in the research. Alright, so everything is golden now. There's a very, very low chance that one of these injury events can kill us. But it shouldn't happen. Especially since the 2 people we have left are injury people. Or, I shouldn't say injury people. People with a lot of potential to absorb injury. We are going to send Damon into the laboratory here in hopes of fixing this event, increasing our assist total, and ideally getting 1 into research. That would be best case scenario. Perfect case scenario, use all 5 of our dice. We will hang on to these 5s because those are perfect for us. Now we have a decision. We hang on to the 4 because worst case at this point is we fix the room and probably get something into research. If we reroll the 4 and the 1, there's a good chance that we just miss everything completely. So we do get to increase our assist total or get a research. I think we increase our assist total to avoid the potential health damage we're taking in these 2 rooms. Dadbod looks like he has slightly more stress, so we'll send him down into this room, and he has more hit points, so he can avoid these injuries. Actually, that means we should probably do this room first, because Tomo's a little weaker. We have our assists in this room, so we can save his hit points. Alright, that's a pretty good start. Now the question is, do we hold the 5s and the 4 as well and just re-roll, or do we re-roll the 4? I think we can leave the 4 where it is. I'm okay with taking a hit point there. So what does this look like? -1 dice all. I don't want -1 dice to everybody right now. There was a situation where we might have used all 3 of our 5s on hull repair and worried about this next round. But as it stands, I think we're gonna fix it like this, get an extra 2 hit points, and some research done. Who's left? I think it's just Dadbod, finishing off the PTS damage. The PTSD, power transfer system, damaged. So let's just not die. We took a little bit of dying, but it's not the worst. So we could use 4 dice here and fix the room and then reduce our stress. Or we could hold the 6, the 4, and the 4 and re-roll these 2 in hopes that we get a more profitable solution. I mean, worst case is we roll a 1 and a 2, and then we kind of get fucked. But that's what, 3 in 36 chance, 1 in 12 of that happening. I'm going to take those odds, a 1 in 12, to get full use of all of our dice. Alright, so we took 1 more hit point because of it, but we should get to use all of our dice. Or do we? No, we still have to 4 for 1. So we just took a hit point. We just took a damage for no reason. Bad reroll. I forgot about the situations where we don't push into the next threshold, where if we roll like 4s, like a pair of 4s, that doesn't help us at all. We needed another big number. So there you go. We cleaned up all the problems.
I let my fear get the better of me, but the others have proven me wrong. I'm proud of how the crew has come together. I think we might actually have a chance.
I'm pretty sure there's like a good thing, bad thing going on. +1 food for -2 dice is pretty decent. Like if we would have had things left on the ship after that, I'm pretty sure we would have got a different cutscene in between. Crazy Raptor, what's up? What's going on? How's your evening going? We're playing Tharsis because Tharsis is fucking great. -1 dice for no movement damage. Like there's no chance that I'm gonna do this one. We'll take the minus dice for the food, and we'll just set that out and hold on to that. So we got a 26, -2 health to everybody. That's pretty fucking shitty. Alright, now that I see how everything's looking, I wish we had no movement damage right now. I wish we had no movement damage. Even's going pretty good so far. We're on our second game. We crushed it with an 18-11 on our first game. I'm not liking how this is playing out though. Dadbod being down here in this de-stressing room is very bad for us. Alright, who do I want hit points for and who do I want dice for? I mean, ideally I'd want dice on Tomo and hit points on Dadbod, but we can't cross these two because we have movement damage because we didn't take the no fucking movement damage button. So I think Dadbod is going to have to come here for health. We're going to hope to get an above average roll and go for the heal plus finish the node. How do I feel about Corona? Corona's a pretty good beer. It's also a very good hose product. If you're looking for a high pressure hydraulic hose, go for the Corona. The virus, however, I'm all about self-isolation. I took most of the week off work. I went Monday, Tuesday, but then I'm like, you know what? It's slow. Nobody's buying anything because of this stupid shit. So I'll just take the rest of the week off, and just play video games, relax. Oh shit! It gets rid of slugs. Really? Always got to look on the bright side, Hima. Is there a lot of slugs in your area? I don't want to take Zach. What's going on, Zach? I don't want to take this damage. Oh shit! Got lots of slugs. Good thing. But mixing it into the other direction is just. All right. You know what? Sometimes you gotta roll good. Alright, so we got one. We could really fuck this up. We could really fuck this up with the void right here. I just gotta hope for 5-5, 5-6, 6-5. We need our 1 and 12. 4-5 would also do it. So exchange all of that. Add a 4. Yeah, that's about 1 and 7. I don't know. That's pretty good. Not everything we could have hoped for, because we can't get the heal, but we do get the repair. That's. I'm gonna reroll this, and hopefully we'll get something better. We did get a special tool, which is probably gonna help us a lot. We did get a hack and a quick patch. All of those are great options. We do need Tomo to absolutely come in with a killing on this thing, so we're going to use our hack. We're going to get our assist. And we're going to hit this roll. Get high. Get high. Alright, so that is worst case scenario. We need to roll this, and it needs to be either a 1 or a 3, a 4, or a 5. Just not a 2. Just not a 2. Alright, so that does work for us. It doesn't work as best as we would have hoped, because we don't get to get any dice back. We do have a food, so we'll probably be using it on Tomo or Dadbod. One of the two. But the problem is now we have no assists, and we're going into an injury node with someone with 3 hit points. Am I going to play Baldur's Gate 3? Maybe. I haven't actually seen any Baldur's Gate 3 stuff. But, I mean, it's Baldur's Gate. It's probably good. So we have 4 dice. If we roll 3 4s, him is dead. We rolled 1 4. We also got voided, which is worst case. What the fuck do we do here? We could... I was gonna say we could MCC override for 17. But if we do that, that 17 repair would cost us 18 dice total. So we would be losing if we did that. So I think what we're instead gonna do is put the 6 here, put the 2 and the 4 into our research projects, and we're gonna let Damon finish it off. He should be able to nail a 20 here. But we are in the same situation. If we roll 3 4s, Damon will die. We're good. We did the double void. Oh my god. So I did not want to do it like this, but we have to. So this is 11, 15, 17. We're 17 for 17ing. It could have been much more efficient, but we'd rather go into the next set of problems with a clean slate.
If we don't find some creative solutions, we'll starve before we ever reach Mars.
We're not eating people, Hima. I know that's what you're going for, but we're not eating people. Minus 50% stress for -2 hull. Or 2 people who don't really have a lot of stress. Gets a little stressed. I can save a food if we do it this way. Until next round. And depending on where these 2 things spawn, is this a 3? I think this might be a 3. See, this situation, we could go to town with cannibalization. We can make some serious decisions here about cannibalization. I'm gonna go make myself another drink. I would like at least our representatives, Hima and Damon, who are on board. Tomo might still be here. Dadbod, I don't know if you're still here. But I'm going to make another drink. And in the meantime, y'all should let me know if we should become a ship of cannibals. Alright, Dadbod thinks we should cannibalize. Zach says +2 dice seems strong. Are we going to be okay with -1 hit points? -1 hit points only -1 your maximum. So your current will still stay where it is. And since our hit points are already precarious, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Are we going to cannibalize just to see what it does? Realizing that as soon as we do it, our high score is not a high score anymore. Because I think 1 point of cannibalize is -50 points, I want to say. And every time you do it is another -50 points. Maybe it's not -50, maybe I'm misremembering. So you know what? We got a couple +2 dice seem strong. So let's do it. Where should we do it? Dadbod was already on board with cannibalization. I changed to no. I want to see the number 6 high score. Oh, too late. And I guess
We've run out of fresh meat, but we can make more.
So when you run out of food, you can also kill someone and get food out of it. That seems like it would probably hurt your score. I like even trying to use this cannibalization to unlock the character. Like I never do it. Okay, this is a two week. Oh, we just went through the 3 week. So this seems like it's gonna be really easy with how much dice we have. We should be able to get points back as well. We should be able to fill up our research. So let's send Damon in to fix our laboratory with the electric vacuum valve being broken. So I know what's about to happen, but check this shit out. The dice are bloody because we ate people. We're gonna hang on to the 6 and the 5. These other ones we're gonna reroll. And we're gonna reroll all of that because damn, that's a low roll. Oh, Damon is at 1 hit point. But we got exactly 19. So we're going to thank everyone for how that worked out. So Hima, oh man, Hima is full stress. Oh yeah, that's the other thing that eating people does, is gives you stress. That's right. That's right. Never makes sense to eat people. This game is like commenting on life. We do have supplements. So because we have supplements, I might want to rethink what I'm doing with Hima here. Let's bring Dad Bod into the laboratory to hopefully heal everybody and increase our assist total. You know what, we'll save that in hopes that we actually roll a 5, which we didn't. But that's okay. We got use of all of our dice. We got a little hit points out of it. Damon's back to 2, so it seems pretty safe. Him is going to come over here and hopefully fix this and give Tomo a dice. Looks like that worked out. Tomo can have a dice, and we will re-roll this. Hey, perfect. So what do we do now? I guess we could get some food, but we don't really need food. We could also de-stress, which might be the smart play. You're a cannibal, but you're a healthy cannibal who takes supplements. Absolutely. You know what? Let's just get some food in the bank. We may be having trouble with our score, but I am going to save this 6 because I would rather get the research than get the extra food. Oh, we got another 6. Yeah, that's actually super bad. We should have just rerolled both of those. I mean, the only situation that happens that screws us over is another 6.
A transmission arrived. Not from Earth, but from Mars. From Tharsis. An impossible signal from an impossible source. Is this what we're searching for? Who's transmitting this signal? Was there another mission to Mars? One sent before ours?
No way. No way, Hima. There's not another mission. Oh, we have a split one. So this is our first 3. So if we don't choose this, everyone in the crew gets 10% health stress. If we don't choose this, these ones are going to get... Oh my god, this is bad. So this will counteract all of this problems, and these two will both go -10 stress. That seems like the right play. These two will stay where they are. Both of these will go down, and they're both the ones who are highest stress. So I like how that turned out. Everybody's back in the green. I think having people in the red is what gives us worse in between events. So the reason why we got 3 that time was because somebody was stressed out. I think as long as everyone's in the green, we're only ever gonna get 2 events. This is nice here. -2 health all will kill half of the team. Double injury on 2s and 3s is also bad. So ideally we would do this first. So we'll probably pop our supplements. Actually, we'll use Hima here and then pop supplements and then kind of fix this one. Do I want to do that? I don't know if I want to do that. Next is hard, medium. So we're getting a very difficult triple. So we need to maximize our dice. So we need to think this through pretty concisely. I think what we're going to do is we're going to send Dad Bod into here. And we're just going to straight roll. We're going to hope, like we really don't want to use our assists here. We really don't want to use our assists here, but we need to set up this next room. So we just have to hope that we roll high. Or basically just not 2s and 3s. We got 2 of them. So this isn't as best as it could be. Ideally, I would have wanted to heal someone, but I'm not willing to lose this last assist. So we're just gonna repair this module, and we're gonna leave the dice total where they are. So now what we're gonna do is I was gonna say we're gonna take Damon, but Damon has 2 hit points. We have 1 assist. I think we have to go with Tomo first. No, we have to go with David first. We have to go with Damon first because we have the assist. So we have 4 dice. We have essentially 3 hits that we can take. We just have to hope we don't take 4 hits. And we did not take 4 hits. We took the appropriate amount of hits. So we can't afford to reroll. The question is, do we reduce our stress? Kev, don't ever make you captain again. Don't worry, Hima. We're fine. We're totally fine. The question is, do we reduce our stress, or do we knock this down to a 6? And I think because we have Hima coming up, and Hima could use the stress reduction as well, that does make me feel okay about putting it here. So Tomo is going to come here and ideally finish this. And then Damon's going to come, or Hima's going to come in and fix everything. So we'll pop that, and then we'll just re-roll. Oh, we almost got absolute perfect. 5-5 would have been... This is not lining up perfect, actually. How many dice does Hima have? I think she's at 5 right now. If she's at 5 right now, then we're fine. We can +1 dice right now, and it doesn't matter. I think she's at 5. Yeah, it didn't matter either way. So now, ideally, we get 1, 2, 4, and then 5-5 or 5-6. We got our 2 5s. We got a 6. We got a 1. So we need all that. This can get re-rolled. Oh, a 1 and a 2. All right, we can probably get something out of this. So let's put the 1 and the 2 in. We'll get +1 to our hull. Then we'll put the 1 back. Then we'll reduce our stress and give everybody dice. So we're not full research going into the super hard mission next week.
That suit,
but we're about
it's
as
designed for the Ectomi.
good as it could have been
Nobody has the
for
mask.
the way that this run has
So
gone.
who are